Good afternoon, everybody. Amazon just reported earnings. I have a 60-minute chart. Let me just tell everybody in after hours. I want you to see that knee-jerk reaction. I want you to see how they just sold this thing down right here, and you got to know it. The low was 1706. 1706 was the low in that 60-minute wick, and right now on the 60-minute, you can see he's printing 1878. I got an 1880. I've had the biggest movement right now. Joined the free 5 day trial. This thing dropped down to 1706, and I'm printing what? I'm printing 1880 to 1885. Here, I'm going to be able to get the number. This is live right now, here and now. Do you want to make money? Then get yourself in the free 5 day trial. Honey Bunny said you got to get here. We got 1884, 1889, 1706. Look at that big long wick. This is a big wick at 1706. They dropped the bomb, and now we're printing up. We knew the operating margin would be higher. We knew it, and it did drop to that 1706. That was big. Oh boy, I got an 1888. I got an 1890. I got an 1890. I got a Rip City. You can see it right now. Here are the prints. You heard what I said. And another thing is, this is the volatility that we were talking about. So our guys were right on the money. Let's just hope that this thing keeps ripping. And I've got the buy and sell box set up. You can see it clearly. We're printing at 1884, 1881. So the high so far was right below that 1900 level. This is live after hour market. This is the earning season. This is that Amazon.com, and we're still printing up here. We are going to tell you what the high was. Wow, look at that baby go. Rip City. We hit 1706. This is live right now. We own it. You got to get in here. We would have put you in it. These are the highs. So let's see where that high really was. So that high right here on a 60-minute, the low was, let me make sure that everybody can see it. The low was 1706 and the high is 1894. You've seen how fast that they spun the donkey. And there it is there. I'm going to go find out some other numbers on it. We'll be back momentarily. Here we are. We have some numbers. We're printing at 1849, 1850. It's printing fast. We got to know that when we bought it, the stock had already sold $55 down. So for the numbers that did come in, that drop that we had today would reflect those numbers. And we're still printing up here. The high was, like I said, it was right there below 1900. We're at 1845, 41. And we're going to conclude that video on the Amazon. You can see how fast it's moving right here. Time and sales. Look at that baby move. So we're going to go ahead and come back on that. Okay, everybody. When we bought Amazon, we bought it when it was down $55 on the call side. They were just recently up as high as 1885, which would be the high of this. I'm sorry, 1894, right here. And the bottom of that, just remember that that drop down to 1,706 and the wicks that you see right here, that is the actual after hours volatility within what Amazon.com. And we invite you to spend some time with us during live market hours where you too can have the gains and whatnot. And in the earnings season with the options that we have relative to the company's strength or weakness. And so Amazon on the session also had 235 lows. And that's what we want to tell you. We also want you to know that um, it was all about buying that range of $40.18 in Amazon, the actual intraday range. And we can take a look at that other previous day close. Yesterday was 1863.61. Now we're going to know how strong that this would be, or we're printing down to 1866. So let it be known that the earnings and everything that Amazon came out with is a little bit of a conflict, but for now, we're going to say we enjoy the trade, we enjoy the option trade, and we would ask you to treat yourself good and come into the live day trading room and get the orders and the entries on the options. This is the price of the equity on Amazon right now. And like I said, we hit a high of 1894. We hit a low of 1706. That's where these wicks are. Boy, they really dropped it. And it happened within milliseconds. And I want you to know what that means. And I want you to know what it's like to take advantage of that kind of movement that we had on the Amazon quarterly earnings and everything that they had to talk about. So, they beat by $2.54. Revenues are in line with the guidance. Guides Q3 below consensus, but operating income above, and that is the key. So basically, that's that headline number. They really beat it, like we had told people. And then, they get down into the guidance for Q3, revs of 54.0 to 57.5 billion versus the 58 billion capital IQ consistent estimates. How do you like that? All right. Operating income was a big one with Amazon, and Amazon is always spending money to build their business and whatnot. But, Amazon is so big that moving forward, it's going to become a point where the actual price beta manipulation will have a mathematical combination of things that actually power the option trades and the option entry prices. No experience needed. Please enjoy your day, and please enjoy what? Amazon.com quarterly earnings printing right now at 1869.